I'm breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on. I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut. I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realize it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. Radiating love, radiating love, radiating love, radiating
Everything you desire. Welcome, everyone. Reverend Jay here at the New Thought Spiritual Center, bringing to you our Sunday celebration. This is the fifth Sunday of the month, the final Sunday of November. And on the fifth Sunday of the month is usually the Rev J service. So it's all about me and music today. So welcome, welcome, and welcome. I know there's a lot of services out there to look into, and I appreciate that you have brought your consciousness to the New Thought Spiritual Center this fine Sunday morning here in Los Angeles. It's nice and bright, and I hope it is bright where you are, and I know that it is bright right here within where it's most important. So why are we here? Who is the New Thought Spiritual Center? Who are we? What are we about? What are we about? Well, I have a little video for you to show you exactly who the New Thought Spiritual Center is. Our purpose is to reveal the divinity in you by awakening our heart, mind, and imagination to the universal creative force within. Our vision is to vibrate at the speed of the divine, experiencing our best self by being a clear, luminous, and dynamic force for good, with love always being the answer. And our mission: to use the principles and tools of the science of mind and spirit, new thought, neuroscience, and ancient wisdom to bust through, soar, and zoom into our greatest life, sharing that gift with all. Sharing that gift with all. This month of November, we are highlighting our purpose statement, which is to reveal the divinity in you. And there's many ways to do that. And one of the ways we do that is to enter our sacred space. And that's what we're going to do right now, is enter our sacred space. So I will ring the bell as we step into our guided meditation for this morning. Let us know right here and now, as we take a deep breath, entering our sacred space in our homes, in our nation, in our world, that this life is the life of the divine within each and every one of us. And we step into this divine beingness every moment of every day. We allow Spirit to speak to us, through us, for us, as us, with us, in everything we believe, everything we think, everything we feel, and every action we take. We do that through the foundation of divine intelligence and divine love supporting us at every moment, bringing to us the inspiration, the knowledge, the education, the knowingness, the spiritual intelligence to think, feel, and do exactly what is best to bring forth into our lives our greatest experiences. And what are those? Each and every one of us gets to decide. We are deciding right here and now. Our intention is to inspire with joy a best life. A best life. We do that right here, right now, with great gratitude, and release this word, this powerful word, this knowing word, this divine word into the law which says yes. As together we say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. If your eyes are closed, keep them closed. Please put your feet on the ground, or you can cross-leg them if that's what works best for you. We're going to go into a guided meditation, and we are going to start with some new music this morning. New music by Shana Noel. In each moment, I am now expressing more God than ever. God is permanent and unchanging. God is going nowhere. God is eternal and ever-present, and even more importantly, God is ever-present through each of us. We are God's outlets into the physical plane of life. It is our understanding and relationship to this power in our lives that seems to evolve and grow over time. I love the idea that in each new moment, we are expressing more of God than we ever have before. In each new moment, we are more aware and more awake to our powerful spiritual potential. Our understanding of our true nature and how we fit into this spiritual universe is forever spiraling upwards and increasing. We are always getting bigger in consciousness. Don't resist. Go with it. Listen to your heart and move forward. This is being in the flow of life. This idea makes me look forward to the future, as I know I will always be experiencing more and understanding more than I am right now. In this idea, in no way do I want to say that we are somehow less than at this very moment than we will be in the future, but rather we can be happy in this moment in the knowledge that there always will be more joy, more love in our future. This motivates us to move ahead and not stagnate, knowing the unlimited quality of God will always be filling us up with life. In each new moment, I am now expressing more God than ever before. Words from the 30-Day Mind Feast by Reverend Gary Altman. Take a deep breath with me and release. One more time, a deep breath. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Behind us, the beautiful sounds of Shana Knoll singing Nashama, which is a Hebrew word for soul. As we take these few minutes to allow soul to speak through. Let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Bring ourselves back to our sacred space in our sacred room there at home. Slowly, if they are closed, open your eyes and join me in this moment as we step into our affirmative incantation for this week. I'll pop it up there on the screen for you to see, for you to read. And please read it along to yourself as I read it out loud. This is something for you for the rest of this week. to read through, to speak, to bring into your heart every morning when you wake up, before you do almost anything else. Have a drink of water. And before you drift off to sleep, so that in the sleeping hours you have this idea, you have this affirmative incantation running through not only your brain, but through your heart, through your body, through every cell. I stand strong with my mind and heart open to the infinite possibilities in front of me. Nothing separates me from the river of prosperity that flows throughout the universe as I give and receive my time, talent, and treasure. I am always in surplus of the vitality, knowledge, boldness, curiosity, and schedule required to fulfill my life with all the nourishment the mind, body, and spirit requires. I am getting me some happy. I am getting me some love. I am getting me some security. I am getting me some adventure and joy on this journey. And I am doing this right now with many leftovers available for all. With ease, peace, and gratitude, I celebrate today with wild abandon. Take a deep breath. Allow that to spread out throughout your entire body, through your soul, your mind, your heart, your gut, from the top of your head down to your toes.
Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Listen, 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 listen. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Yeah. Listen to my heart song. Listen to my heart song. Listen to my heart's song.
Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Ernest Holmes wrote in The Science of Mind, the universe is impersonal. It gives alike to all. It is no respecter of persons. It values each alike. Its nature is to impart as ours is to receive. When we stand in the light, we cast a shadow across the pathway of our own experience. And Emerson advises that we get our bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits, to allow that sunlight, that sunshine, that ray of power from the universe to not only illuminate us in our declarations and our revelations, but those of others. We don't stand in front of it. We allow it to shine throughout. Deeply embedded in our nature is the knowledge of how to receive. It's a great and beautiful birthright that each and every one of us has. And yet, for a number of reasons, we sometimes do not believe that we can receive good. Or we believe that our only value is in the giving. Have you ever had that in your life where you don't feel like you deserve to receive good? Or maybe you're the giver. Oh, no, that's okay. I'm fine. You have it. And you do that all of the time. Let's have a reality check here. We're in an ever-flowing cycle of giving and receiving. There is no stoppage in the universe. It is the literal process of our whole breathing idea. We receive oxygen at the inhale. And many of us at the inhale think to ourselves, God is. And we give in the release, in the exhale, carbon dioxide during the I am, which then gives other living beings an element for their survival, for their thriving. In the law of circulation, in the flow of life, God gives to itself, and itself is in each and every one of us. That's what this is all about. That is what revealing the divinity in you is all about, is revealing that God within. That flow, that law of circulation, moving within each and every one of us. We live in synchronicity with the world around us. And each of us will experience this when we know and when we sit in the holy. Where I sit is holy, right here, right now.
Where I sit is holy, holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Where I sit is holy, holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Who I am is holy, holy are we. Body, thought, emotion, connecting you and me. Great Spirit circles all around me. What I do is holy, holy is my way. Work and play together, celebrate the day. Great Spirit circles all around me. Where I sit is holy, holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Who I am is holy, holy are we. Body, thought, emotion, connecting you and me. Great Spirit circles all around me. What I do is holy, holy is my way. Work and play together, celebrate the day. Great Spirit circles all around me.
Where I sit is holy.
Where I sit is holy.
Who I am is holy.
Who I am is holy.
What I do is holy.
What I do is holy.
Great Spirit circles
all around me. Holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me.
Where I sit is holy.
Where I sit is holy.
Who I am is holy.
Who I am is holy.
What I do is holy.
What I do is holy.
Great Spirit circles
all around me. Holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me.
Where I sit is holy. Holy is the ground. Who I am is holy. Holy are we. Body, thought, emotion, connecting you and me. Where do we position ourselves in the ebb and flow of the universe? Where do you, where do I? And does it change each day? Are we in a stance of interconnectivity, you and I, we and that which is holy, us in spirit? Do we stand in a position to receive good and foster good being received by others? This is something to do, to be, to have, to feel on a daily basis, on a minute-by-minute basis. See, we're not bloated nothingness, as Emerson reminded us to get past. We are not, our birthright is not to be bloated nothingness, although we do have that choice. Yet, there are aspects of our ego, especially when we're edging God out, that certainly shows up as a bloated nothingness suit, so to speak, and thus can cause us to turn our back towards the warmth that is available to us, the warmth from the sun, the warmth from that divine energy that is not only within us, but around us. We need only pivot ourselves in the direction of that good, that sunshine, that energy, that illumination with our arms wide open. With our arms wide open, ready to receive the sunlight, the moonlight, the intoxicating sound of rain falling, our personal calling, being swept off our feet with love, with compassion, all the bounty the universe has to offer. We need only to pivot ourselves, whatever direction that is from the direction we are going, with our arms wide open to receive all of that. So who's doing that and how much? How much are you doing that? How much am I doing that? For most of us, it's only sometimes. Sometimes we're open to goodness. Sometimes we're open to receive. And perhaps, maybe it's more than sometimes for you. Maybe you live in a space of receptivity every day, every moment of every day. And if so, congrats on rocking that joy. But maybe your answer is a resounding no, because you feel like that wide open arm receptive stance poses too many risks, provokes too many undesirable feelings. Maybe something in your past has kept your arms closed and your heart closed as well. And if that is your experience, you know you're not alone. There are many people feeling that for many reasons, including some of the conditions that are going on right here and now in our world. Brené Brown discovered that about 15 to 20% of people live in a full-hearted way where they can easily both give and receive love in the divine synchronistic flow. And those findings suggested that what causes the ability to really receive as well as give is whether or not people believe they are lovable at a core truth, in your core, in the deepest part of your heart and mind and soul, the deepest part of you. Do you believe that you are lovable and that there is lovableness in the world? Do we believe we are irrefutably lovable and valuable, that we don't need any benchmarks of success to prove it? It's just here. It's just now. It's just knowing. It's just revealing itself all the time. When we can know our value, we are more in touch with our feelings, because those we label as positive or negative, they're both there. And they both help us become big-hearted receivers of good and givers of good. We recognize them. We see them. We don't ignore them. We may turn away spiritually from them and do the work that needs to be done for especially the ones labeled as negative, to be less than, spend less time around us, and to never return. We may do that, but we do that when we are in touch with our feelings, in touch with our knowing that we are receivers of good and givers of good. And many times, to do that, we must take the time to look in between the spaces, in between the spaces.
Here we are in the gentleness of twilight. Here we are where all distinctions start to fade. Here we are, and there's a place where I can meet you, in between and in the spaces in between the stories that we've made. In the spaces in between the stories we are living, in the spaces in between, I meet you clearly now. I see. Here we are, and all the boundary lines are fading. I can see you here. I can see you. Hello and namaste. Here we are on the edge of twilight softening, in the sweet and gentle light where all distinctions fade, fading into softness and the sweetness of our being. In the sweetness of our being, I can see you. Namaste. Here we are in the twilight of the evening, in between the spaces of the stories that we play, in between the spaces where the stories have their meaning. There is a place where I can meet you, and there is a place where we can be. Quiet as the gentle twilight, silent as the evening light. Quiet as the gentle twilight, softening the day, and all the boundaries are elusive, and distinctions that we make are hard to see from where we are. In the spaces in between the stories that we're playing, in the spaces in between, I find you shining. In the spaces in between, I find you shining. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. In between the stories, in the spaces in between our stories, oh, here we are. Here we are. We're shining in the light. We're shining in the quiet. Here we are. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Hello and namaste. Here we are. In the spaces in between, in the spaces in between, hello and
This month, we've been talking about gratitude a lot. Our theme this month was Project Gratitude. Gratitude is very powerful. As you know, it's more than just saying thank you. It's more than just being thankful. It's knowing that there continually is something to be thankful for. That is, it is continuous. It is what we are revealing and declaring. That we experience something to be thankful for. And gratitude, this power of gratitude, is like those carryover minutes that we have in our mobile data plan. The leftovers are reusable. Just like last Thursday's leftovers. You can make a sandwich of turkey and thankfulness, moistened with a little gravy and gratitude. You can have a soup of forgiveness, vulnerability, and healing. You can have a casserole of declarations and revelations. You can even make some turkey and affirmation-filled egg rolls, or wow is me waffles topped with cranberries and mindfulness and divine intelligence. We are intentionally welcome into our lives when we allow ourselves to ingest into our lives the intentional revelation of the divine within. The intentional knowing that no matter what's going on around us, we are powerful enough to allow goodness to come in, as well as goodness to go out. What we intentionally welcome into our lives or ingest into our minds has a tremendous impact on how wide our heart will be open, and how available we can be to receive the goodness we require from the universe, from the law. Usually we're taught that we should mostly welcome in benchmarks of power and strength, without much, if any, vulnerability and tenderness. Power seems to be worshipped. It projects strength and invulnerability, but isn't vulnerability a courageous thing to embrace? It's part of the core of our humanness. To be vulnerable doesn't mean that you're a wallflower. It doesn't mean that you allow trauma to come into your life or any discord to come into your life. Being vulnerable is being open to revealing the divinity within in the many ways that it can. Perhaps being open to this is precisely what makes peace and love and cooperation possible. It is this openness to vulnerability that allows us to receive and reveal the divine within us. And when we do this, there's so much left over for another day. Your spiritual piggy bank gets filled up. Your gratitude grotto gets filled up. Brene Brown found in her research, she said, people who deeply believed that they were worthy of love and belonging and believed this regardless of the circumstances, unlike the majority of us who think, okay, well, I'll be worthy of love and belonging a little bit, but I'll be super worthy if I get promoted, or I'll be super worthy if I lose 20 pounds. No, that's not how it works. Unless you put that into the law and make it work that way. No, we are set up to be like those folks who believe that they were lovable from day one, that they had a place in the world from this day forward. And those beliefs translated into specific choices that they made every day. They were aware, they recognized shame, hurt, pain, and they knew how to deal with it. They recognized vulnerability is powerful, is courageous, and they were willing to feel it rather than ignore or numb it. When we welcome our own vulnerability into our lives, and the vulnerability of others for that matter, we are well on our way to being grateful at all times and cheerful receivers of goodness and cheerful givers of goodness. As we end this month of November, this project gratitude, let's cultivate our tenderness. Let's cultivate our kindness, our knowingness that we are revealing through our vulnerability and our open heart, our greatest life, whatever that is, whatever you choose that to look like. And tune into God's rhythm, not the rhythm of your boss, not the rhythm of even your partner, not the rhythm of what's going on in the world, especially right now, the rhythm of God, the rhythm of spirit, of peace, the rhythm of gratitude, the rhythm of divine love and divine intelligence. The ebb and flow of life is just waiting to course through us, to illuminate us with plenty of leftovers. Thank you so much. Namaste. Now I'd like to bring us into our moment of sacred giving this morning. If you would take the time now to take out your sacred giving, or put your hand on your heart as a representation of the sacred giving that you will be giving momentarily. Let us say these words together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal and prosper as evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. With this moment, with this prayer, with this knowing, you are sharing not only that piece of paper, that money, however it's represented, in the giving, in the sharing with the New Thought Spiritual Center, but in the receiving. As we give, it is so much easier to receive what we require in our lives. So I declare this now for each and every one of us. Let us know together that these funds, these greenbacks, these pieces of our treasure that we share through love with the New Thought Spiritual Center and its community, that not only does it return multiplied abundantly in our lives as we represent ourselves in this giving, but that we do so in deep gratitude of all of our blessings that we have been counting all month, knowing in gratitude that these blessings continue and grow, however small or however big. These blessings grow. And with great thanksgiving and gratitude, I release this word of knowing and of receiving for the New Thought Spiritual Center, these offerings of love here and now as they spread out and do their work. As together we say, and so it is. So let me quickly show you the different ways that you can send your contributions. Here we go. Let me start right here with right there to share your love. You can just go to our website, newthoughtsc.org. You can click on the donate button, which is up in the right-hand corner, and it will take you to a place where you can use your credit card. You can also share your love by going straight to paypal.me/newthoughtsc. That will go directly to your PayPal account. If you have the Givelify app, you can tap give and you're done. It'll go right to our account. You can also share your love by mailing it. Not a problem. Mail it to our office, New Thought Spiritual Center, 4821 Lancashire Boulevard, number F133, North Hollywood, California, 91601. We are happy to have those checks come to our office. That is not a problem at all. We enjoy getting mail, you know. Not too much mail comes too often right now. Also, there's one more way you can share your love on Venmo. Go ahead, go to Venmo and send your offering to New Thought Spiritual Center. New Thought Spiritual Center. And that will also come directly into our area to receive your love offering. Well, I want to thank Shana Knoll for allowing me to bring her videos to our service today. There are many more, and I will pop that in over the next many months, sharing more of her beautiful music. We had a little conversation about it, and she was so gracious to tell me to use them at my discretion. So I appreciate that from Shana Knoll, Noll, in case you didn't see the credits there. We'll have one more song from her. I also want to remind you that December 20th, we will have, and that is a Sunday, our holiday service. We'll bring you all kinds of songs and stories about the holidays that are celebrated in this next month, starting, when's the next month? Starting Tuesday is December. And we will have a special guest musically, actually a couple. I'll be there singing. Steve will be there singing. Reverend Barbara will be there singing. And our special guest will be Donia Oxford on the 20th. And we will replay that on the 24th, but live it'll be on December 20th. Our December theme is called Wrapping It Up with a Bow. What does that mean? What are we going to talk about in those 3-4 weeks? Tune in starting next Sunday. So that is the announcements. That is the thank yous. And we appreciate so much that you have been here with us this morning. Let us close right now before we go to our closing song, which is another song by Shana Knoll called The Power of Letting Go. And before we get to that song, let us close our eyes together and take a deep breath, knowing that in the joy of the power of Spirit in our lives, the absolute joy that we have expressing this divine power, this divine intelligence, this divine love that is within each and every one of us right here and now, the absolute joy expresses itself in the intentions we have for our lives. Be it adventure, be it healing, be it a relationship, be it a job, be it finances, abundant, whatever that is. In this joy, we open our hearts, vulnerable and courageous in receiving our good right here, right now. And in this reception, in this gratitude, in this power of knowing and being and soaking in the illumination that is the divine within, we allow ourselves to give, to share as well. To share with freedom, to share with openness, to share with the knowing and the gratitude that the law of circulation brings it back around to us and back around to the outside and back around to us over and over again, so that we live and shine in divine richness in all parts of our lives. We know this, we appreciate this, we are thankful for this, we are in deep gratitude for this project called life. And we release this gratitude and this knowingness as together we say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Omein. Abracadabra. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Happy beginning of December. We'll see you all next Sunday.
I once was a leaf among leaves on a tree, where I grew and I shaded the things beneath me. When the wind blew strong, I held the tree tight. When the sun lit the heavens, I reached for the light. And I passed many days without worry or care, till asleep I awakened to a change in the air. And the wind brought a chill, I grew stiff in the cold. My color turned pale and my hands wouldn't hold. Now a leaf that is free, I spiral and float to the water below, and I ride like a boat. And I float off to places I never would know, through the power of letting go. I once was a wave, I was steady and strong. In the rhythm of ripples I traveled along. And I crossed a great distance that all looked the same, a wave among waves in a place with no name. Time went by and a shoreline appeared, whispering of changes and endings I feared. And I couldn't go back and I wouldn't go under, so I rode to the sand in the foam and the thunder. Now a splash from the wave, I dance to the skies, where the sun makes me vapor and weightless I rise. And I'm carried to places I never would know, through the power of letting go. Now a leaf that is free, I spiral and float to the water below, and I ride like a boat. And I'm floating to places I never would know, through the power of letting go. Now a splash from the wave, I dance to the skies, where the sun makes me vapor and weightless I rise. And I'm carried to places I never would know, through the power of letting go. to the power. It's the power